We're at the 2021 International Workboat Show. I'm over at the Kongsberg booth with Odd-Erik. Odd-Erik, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for yesterday.
No, it was our pleasure. So yesterday you participated in a Pushing Forward with Propulsion session. Can you talk a little bit about some of the insights that you shared on stage with the audience?
Yeah, well, we tried to focus on our new permanent magnet technology and what we're bringing out into the market and what's like kicking off now and being like our buzzwords around sustainability and then what it brings with new technology. But then also we drifted in, and it's easier when you're Kongsberg, you're a big integrator like us, to bring the whole portfolio and what we can do then with bringing in everything from DP automations, sensors and so on, and then utilizing all the data and operation down to the thrusters, and that's where we then see the real benefit.
And that came up on the session as well. Obviously the focus was on propulsion, but it's not a matter of just focusing on propulsion because these things need to be considered in a holistic way.
Yeah, most definitely. And it was interesting because the questions that got asked from the audience wasn't really thruster related. It was more, where are we on future fuels and so on. And then it's nice to see now that yesterday there was like launch of the new full-scale testing of fuel cells through Kongsberg in Norway, and then being able to then highlight that is then showcase where Kongsberg are and where we're then going. So of course the thrusters that it started with, it ended up being a good discussion, and I think that the audience took away at least where we are and where we see the future. So.
And how are some of those, that concept, how is that being reflected here at the booth in terms of where you are today and where you're going as a company?
Well, of course, the booth that's set up here, it showcases our technology, and but it's also then we are now focusing a lot on the seaborne and the tug side and so on, and offshore wind, and of course you can find all of that throughout the booth. But yeah, the more you need to interact with us to get a clear understanding. It's hard to showcase all of it when you have so much. The portfolio is humongous. It's almost easier to speak what we can't deliver these days.
Well, and in terms of having those kind of conversation to interact with you guys, what advice would you have for somebody that wants to have that kind of conversation with your company? Like, what's the best next step for them?
Of course, come see us and be direct. Just ask us bluntly what you are asking or searching for, because most likely there will be a product specialist here that can really shed the highlights on that given subject, and that's good now. But it's nice to then actually be able to bring everyone down to New Orleans now, and we have propulsion specialists, we have DP specialists, we have automation specialists. We have brought the whole portfolio, so no matter what you want to know, there should be someone here to answer your questions.
And that came up on the session as well, just in terms of, what are you trying to do? And it sounds like you have a specialist that can help somebody work through whatever it is they're trying to do.
If you're thinking like directly now on the booth, of course there may be that you will find a guy, but whatever there is, you will always find a guy that can at least direct you and give you the contact person, and we will be sure to follow it up.